Hi guys, it's Crystal Bello. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you how these two all-natural products can help you take control of your health and feel great. So I've been using these products for more than 2 years. I lost 40 pounds. I maintained it. And also I feel like I have so much energy throughout the day. So it helps me really feel great. So let's get started. Our food and lifestyle changed faster than our biology. We went from foods that were once small, fibrous, and slow digesting. Just look at how the appearance of potato, blueberry, or peach changed over the years. To foods that are bigger, lower fiber, engineered to be delicious, not only that, but super addictive. Foods today are designed to sell. Food engineers optimize taste, convenience, and cravings, not your metabolic health. The modern meals trigger frequent glucose spikes, which your body was not built for. It drives up high insulin, and your body gets stuck on storing energy. You start to experience cravings, crashes, and excess belly fat. And even with thousands of coaching programs, health experts, and fitness trackers, we're still failing because we're not fixing the root cause. The real culprit here is called insulin resistance. We are all on a high carb diet, which increases insulin released from our pancreas, and then our cells develop a resistance to the insulin. The body eventually gets stuck on storage mode, and you're constantly feeling tired and hungry. Here are some signs of insulin resistance, which you or the people around you might be experiencing. Have you experienced migraine? How about acne? Do you have belly fat? Do you feel tired after meals? How about high cholesterol, gout? How about decreased testosterone for men or PCOS for women? Fatty liver, constant cravings, and even skin tags and pigmentation are a sign of insulin resistance. Today, 93% of people show signs of poor metabolic health. And it's not a willpower problem. So don't worry, guys. It's actually a blood sugar problem. And there's a simple way to fix it. That's why we created this Feel Great system. It's two simple food based products backed by decades of science. And this is why I'm very confident to share it. They are natural, safe, and free from side effects. And they target the root cause, which is insulin resistance. Most medicines that our doctors give us today target the symptoms, right? You're feeling constant migraines, here's medicine for that. You have high cholesterol, here's another medicine for that. But doctors are not really focused on what the root cause is. And it's simple, it's really just insulin resistance. By curing this, you can practically cure 200 other diseases. So without the system, most meals today cause insulin and glucose spikes. Do you guys eat pizza, burger, pasta, your favorite chips, chocolate? Every time you eat those carbs, they turn into sugar in our body. And that causes our glucose or sugar in your bloodstream to spike. The safe level is this green zone. But as you can see, the spikes are elevated. They go into the red zone, which becomes dangerous for your body. Especially here in the Philippines, people usually eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, midnight snack, right? So we're constantly living on high insulin, elevated insulin, which is on the red zone. This leads to fat storage, cravings, and even long term damage. With this system, your insulin and glucose stay under control naturally. With the system, we keep the glucose levels in the green zone, the safe zone. That means more fat burning, fewer cravings, and steady energy all day long without having to rely on just willpower. So here's the products. The first one is Unimate. It's a purified and concentrated extract of yerba mate, which comes from South America, countries like Argentina, Peru, Chile. The way I explain this is what matcha is to Japan, yerba mate is to South America. So yerba mate, just like matcha, is a natural herb that has amazing health benefits. It's naturally flavored, has zero sugar, has natural caffeine, it's ultra concentrated, it's vegan friendly, kosher, halal, and FDA approved here in the Philippines. You take it in the morning, it calms your hunger and helps you keep a clear, focused mind. It boosts your energy without any artificial caffeine. Unimate helps your body increase its own GLP-1 naturally. What is GLP-1? It's a hormone in your gut that tells your brain you're full, stop eating. It controls cravings, it keeps you fuller longer, it supports healthy glucose control, which is the key for fat loss. Now, I'm sure you've heard of it because millions are injecting GLP-1 drugs to mimic this pathway. But that's causing serious and potentially irreversible side effects. So, if you can see here, based on the news, it can cause stomach paralysis, vision loss, trigger bone loss, muscle loss, and they even call this Ozempic phase. Now, we take a food first approach that supports the same pathway from within. So, the Unimate is now paired with another product, which is called Balance or Bios Life S in some countries, which is an advanced fiber nutrient blend. Are you guys familiar with psyllium? Psyllium has one kind of fiber. This product, the special fiber blend, has seven different kinds of fiber. It's naturally flavored, naturally sweetened, gluten free, vegan friendly, kosher, halal, and also FDA approved. So you take it before meals, and it actually slows down glucose absorption by up to 43%. This is important so your body doesn't go on a drastic glucose spike. Now, those that did not take fiber before a meal experience higher glucose spike. I want to show you this study. Here is a group of people who were given waffles, 2 tablespoons of syrup, and orange juice, a typical American breakfast. Those that did not take fiber before a meal, which is the yellow line, had a drastic spike. But those who took Balance or Bios Life S before the meal, which is the blue line, their glucose spikes were more controlled. The result: no bloating, no sleepiness, and no sugar cravings after meals. It also supports healthy cholesterol, triglycerides, and cardiovascular function. Here's how it works. So you drink Unimate first thing in the morning for energy, focus, and it quiets down the cravings. So you will have no food noise, no cravings. Now, you drink your Balance or Bios Life S right before eating to control glucose spikes, to avoid crashes, and burn fat easier. It's simple, which makes the perfect solution for surviving today's modern food environment. Without dieting, meal plans, or calorie counting, these products are backed by real science. Products proven in more than 20 clinical studies from institutions like Cleveland Clinic, University of Sydney, and even Columbia University. In fact, a study done at the number one heart hospital, which is Cleveland Clinic, showed that such a product, if taken regularly, can reduce cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or dose of lipid-lowering prescription drugs, also known as maintenance meds. They are also listed in the prescriber's digital reference, also known as the PDR. This is the gold standard reference book that all doctors refer to for pharmaceutical drugs. Only company in the world with two natural products listed that directly address insulin resistance. That means the system is not just another supplement, it's proven, credible, and recognized at the highest level of healthcare. And all these benefits for less than $6 or 315 pesos a day. How much is your coffee again? How much do you spend when you enter a Starbucks? You buy your coffee, not only that, you leave with a pastry, right? So in the Philippines, we probably spend around 400 pesos every time we enter Starbucks. This one is 315 pesos a day or $6 a day, and that's already three drinks. Not just one, but three. You cut unnecessary calories and impulsive snacks. It's a net positive effect. For many, the system often offsets its own cost and even leads to savings. And all these products come with a 90-day money back guarantee. That means there's literally no risk in trying them. The products are helping people with life changing results. This is my story. I lost 40 pounds on the products. Actually started with one of those injectables, but I felt the side effects. There was one time I was vomiting and had diarrhea at the same time. I couldn't get out of bed. I just had no energy with those injectables. And that's why I really researched and searched. I felt like there was a natural way to get the same effect as those injectables. So I'm glad I found the Feel Great system. It helped me lose 40 pounds and it helped me maintain it as well. It's not only helping me, but I shared it with some people and I saw that it really helped them lose weight as well. Not only for women, but it helped a lot of men too. And for men, it's even quicker because you guys have high testosterone. I want to share my friend Nicole Hernandez. So she doesn't look like she needs the product. She's very healthy and lives a very active life. But as you can see, she was suffering from high cholesterol since 2017. She got on the products, and just after 3 weeks of using the products, she had to undergo her executive medical checkup, yearly medical checkup. From red numbers, which are like bad numbers, she was able to go into the green zone, which is great. One of my favorite examples is Joy Tagle. She not only lost the weight, but she was initially pre diabetic at 6.1. By taking the products, she was able to manage her HbA1c and brought it down to 5. Now, here's Manpreet, who is a nurse. She helped herself because she got on the products. Since she started the products, she no longer had migraines. She lost almost 20 kilos and managed her HbA1c. But she was also able to help her 80-year-old mother, who was a type 2 diabetic and was injecting insulin 4 times a day. So now her mother no longer injects insulin. Her HbA1c is managed, and she also lost some weight. Here's Vladdy Jr. He's a pro athlete, a baseball batter. Even though he's a pro athlete, he couldn't lose the bloat. His trainer got him to start using Feel Great. He lost 22 pounds and feels great. So I just wanted to point out that this is NSF certified. So it's absolutely safe, not considered as doping, even for sport. So if you're ready to feel great, here is one single Feel Great pack, which is good for 30 days. It's only 2 products and a very simple practice. In the US, it costs $159 or 179 Canadian dollars, and that comes out to $6 a day. In the Philippines, it's 9,490 pesos and comes out to around 315 pesos a day. So if you're interested to try it out, there's nothing to lose. Get back to the person who introduced you to these all natural products and let them know that you want to start feeling great. Thanks, guys, and I can't wait for you to see results. Bye.